I've been on the road since morning, since around 8. I woke up before 6, slept close to 2 a.m., work related. I'm currently in the city meeting someone. The meeting has taken a bit longer than I expected. And in fact, I don't expect to get out of here until after 1. So my worry is that the meeting is going to take up the time I planned for other things. This is what I wanted to achieve today. First of all, finish whatever this guy is helping me do. I intended to finish this before 10. Right now it's coming to midday. So this was one of the things I had to finish. The other one, I was supposed to, and I'm going to talk to at least 5 healthcare providers in my region and sell them the vision of the simple healthcare system I want to establish before Friday, 6 p.m. That's one. I must also, before the end of this day, before 6 p.m. actually today, I must have found someone who can connect me directly to the president, because I need to have that meeting before Friday. And that's on Sky Economy. Sky Healthcare, meeting the healthcare providers in the region. Sky Education, I'm going to recommend a few things today when I'm done with this. And I'm also going to demonstrate a little bit what Sky World is all about and the vision. On Sky Media, I'm also going to talk to at least 20 people today. So I'm praying that I'm done with this before 1 p.m. so I can get on with other things. I would like to start by recapping what I talked about yesterday. First of all, the challenge I set for myself before 6 p.m. Friday. And in brief, it is to share with you my story. And that story isn't just about me as a person, but the vision, the work that the Lord has done in my life for the past 10 or so years. I want to share with you that. And I also want to go a little bit into the details of the work that pertains to that vision. And I don't intend to stop at that. I want to offer recommendations. What can be done regarding those works? But again, not stopping at recommendations. I want to start a trend that others can follow and hopefully achieve what I wanted to, and even more, because I don't have it all. That vision doesn't cover everything. So today I'm with someone I've come to trust with my life, someone who knows my journey very well, someone who has stood with me through thick and thin, and it's my sister, Venus. You'll know a little bit about her in the book that I've been talking about. She's been my camera person since Monday. She's also been offering some feedback and advice on how to go about this whole thing. So she will be asking me a few things. We are going to interact. This is going to be interactive. And from there, I'm going to talk about the things I want to. What I set out to do today is so unfortunate that I've been on the road since morning. I slept late last night, work related this challenge, and I woke up before 5 a.m. I've been on the road since morning. I've met some interesting people. I've managed to do some things. It's too bad I was unable to record everything because I was in the city and I couldn't trust myself to record but I set out to speak to at least 5 healthcare providers in my region. I've not yet done that, but I'm going to speak to them this evening after this. I also set out to tell you the vision of Sky Education, Sky Media, and Sky World in greater detail than I did yesterday. So those are the 3 things I'm going to talk about. I'm going to interact with my sister here, and because she's the person I'm giving these things, I want her to be able to know what my heart is, because I know my heart has always been her heart, but I want her to understand it deeper so that she understands the work that I'm handing over to her. I know it's not just my work. When I say certain things, she immediately gets me. It's like we are connected. I can never lose her on any topic, so she's that good. That's why I trust her that much. So starting with Sky Education. Yesterday I said that this world has one problem: ignorance of the truth. If people knew the truth and walked in the truth, we would have no problems. It's only one problem. Everything else we see is just a product of that one big problem: ignorance of the truth. And truth.
How so is that?
How so is that? When you understand the 2 forces at work in this world, you'll understand who stands for the truth and who stands for the lie. There are only 2 forces at work in this world. When God's truth is written in the Bible, but that's not the only place it's written. And I would like to make this clear, because there are people who believe that as long as we are reading the Bible, they don't have to look anywhere else. If you go in with that mentality, you're going to miss God's voice.
I know, but now what about these people who are staunch?
Who are
staunch
readers of the Bible?
They know the Bible is the ultimate. It is the final piece. It is the only source of God's thoughts. The word, everything is there. What he has not mentioned, it is not.
It's not true.
Yes.
Okay, that's very interesting. God's truth is written in so many places. You can find it in so many places, and follow me, you'll understand where I'm coming from. He created the world. His truth is written in every creation you see. His truth is in me. Okay? There is something I'm going to use this example of weight loss. There is nothing in the Bible that's written about weight loss, how to lose weight. It's not written anywhere in the Bible. But that truth is in you. Yes, the truth about weight loss is the natural way the body was designed to lose that weight. And who created that body? That's God. And who created that truth? It's God. So you can understand where I'm coming from. This truth can be found in the Bible. It can be found in the creations around us, okay, including me. It can also be found in the words of other people, secular people. By this I mean there are people he has given his wisdom, people who understand things and can interpret them. But these people are not religious people. There are books I read that are secular, but you can tell they are speaking the truth. Okay? So those are the other way. When you understand the natural way things work, that is truth, because who created the natural ways? Who created the natural things? Everything natural. When you look at the birds and understand how they fly, you've understood the truth behind aerodynamics. But are you going to find that anywhere in the Bible? No, you're not going to find that. So his truth can be found in 4 places that I know of: the Bible, nature, the natural working of things, and people he has given. He has passed his wisdom to, that can interpret things truthfully and deliver them to others. For example, people who write about leadership, there is no, the Bible mentions so little about leadership. It doesn't give you, it mentions so little, but when you hear about it from people and you observe nature, the natural working of things, and you observe leadership in the Bible, you can connect them and discern what leadership is, what true leadership is. Okay, so that is all education. When you understand, when you know the truth, understand it and walk in it, you're going to have no problem. If you understand the truth behind weight loss and do what you're supposed to do to lose weight, you're going to lose weight. Okay, so it is worrying that the world and truth continue to move apart. Two of the truths that continue to elude mankind include education and leadership. I talked about education yesterday, and I said that everyone is educated. We all get educated every single day. That is the truth about education. But are we getting educated in the right things? Are we getting educated in the truth? That is the other question we have to ask. So, to all people looking to fix the education system, it's time we started looking beyond classroom. Education happens every day. The media is entertaining people.
I agree.
The media is educating people. What is the point of teaching something positive in school only to be cancelled out by something negative in the media? So that is all education.
So if I am to ask you a question, now we understand where you come from with the education, that it is not so much about the classroom setting where we are subjected to that. If you don't go to school, it is not education, but it is education that you can receive anywhere you are, from anybody, from any influence, that you can cautiously interpret.
Yes.
Right. So how does that come into what you're supposed to be doing as per this challenge we are witnessing right now?
Okay, what I'm supposed to be doing. There are recommendations I have for how we can fix the education system. One of them is about what we teach in school. There is so much that's being taught that's irrelevant. On paper we have smart people, but in practice the nation just seems to grow dumber and dumber by the day. You don't see any signs of that genius anywhere in this nation. So we have to fix the curriculum. Don't you find it strange that we are taught to work hard, make money, but we are never taught how to use money?
Yeah, as much as I might agree with you, you have 5 days to live, and to me, when I hear that, it is something really big. So in your goals and in your challenge, as in 5 days, where are you? What are you beginning with? What are you going to be doing? Where are you right now with that big thing of changing the curriculum, getting many people on board, and any other thing you think you might be able to do in the education sector?
Frankly speaking, the best I think I can do right now is structuring the recommendations, which I have. I have structured the recommendations in the book that I'm talking about. Well structured, and how we can, basically it is the structure that I believe has the power to change the people of this nation, but not just this nation. I have put down the structure, and that is what I honestly see myself achieving in that regard in these 5 days. They are now 4 days. The other thing I know I have to do is, yes, there is that book, but there are books that I believe every man, woman, and child should strive to read. Honestly, those books, if the world can get to know about them and read them and digest what they're about, I believe they're going to offer them better or more meaningful education than they're going to get anywhere else. One of them is the Bible itself. The second one is a book called Measure What Matters, John Doerr. That book, I first read it in 2019, late 2019, and it changed the way I work, the way I live, the way I approach my life. We talk about goals and the importance of goals, but no one ever teaches us how to accomplish those goals or why we need to set goals in the first place. So, Bible, Measure What Matters. The other book is The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murray. There are so many people who have written about the subconscious mind, but I believe he gets it.
Was it Joseph Murray or Murphy? Joseph Murphy.
Yes, Joseph Murphy. The Power of Your Subconscious Mind. God gave mankind 2 gifts. The greatest of them is Christ. The second,
The mind.
is the subconscious mind. It is God's second greatest gift to mankind. You will be amazed by what your mind can do. So that's book 3. Book 4, I'm going to connect it with another like it, Crush It and Crushing It by Gary Vaynerchuk. Book 4 is Crush It and Crushing It. They are written by the same person, Gary Vaynerchuk. I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name right, but I didn't read Crush It, but I read Crushing It. You need to read that book. It will change your life. Book 5, my first recommendation was The Richest Man in Babylon. I have a sister who loves that book more than any other, for a good reason. It's both educating but also very entertaining. It was written in a very unique way. But something happened on the night I put together those books, because I carefully structured them, knowing exactly what the reader will be getting from them. But then something happened. The challenge got the better of me, and I substituted The Richest Man in Babylon. You should still read it, but I substituted it for Memoirs, the book I'm working on. I was scared. The reason the challenge got the better of me. Honestly, I didn't see myself releasing this book anytime soon. My plan was releasing it some 2 or 3 years in the future. But it got to me, and I kept asking myself, would you rather go with this book or give it out the way it is, at the level it is right now, because it is incomplete? I have not proofread. It's not proofread the way I would like it to. But I kept asking myself, would I rather go with it or give it out, regardless of what is in it? It's a very sensitive, it was a very serious challenge to me, because I know what's inside that book.
All right, just to interrupt you, this fifth book you're talking about, supposedly replacing Babylon, Richest Man in Babylon.
Yes.
It's called Memoirs.
Yes.
Is it the same book you were talking about yesterday that you're completing as per this challenge?
Yes, that's the book I'm fighting to complete. There is still some work, a lot of it I have to still do. Children, go play. Just let us do what we are doing. Go inside, watch TV.
No.
Go watch TV.
Friends, I want to
Okay,
be
stay away from our radius. Go play from somewhere else. Don't leave the baby behind. Get her shoes and go play. So, children, that's the book I've been working on. It's called Memoirs, the True Account. It's the story of my life from as far back as I can recall to where I am. But it doesn't just include the story. It also accounts for my life from July 19 last year to this day. The reason I was scared to release that book is because it contains things that are really personal for me. It contains good things. It contains painful moments, but it also contains my darkest secrets. You're going to read that book and it's going to test your love for me.
I am intrigued and I want to ask you a question.
Yes.
When you began and you were talking about these books that a must read for anybody for self-education and the education that is
They'll
out
give
there,
you the best education
you're
probably
putting
ever have.
your own book amongst those books. What makes it, what is in this book, what is it all about this book that gives you this much confidence that it must be read if people are supposed or may even have to move from where they are to break through to go to where they want to go to? Why that much importance?
One, by revealing my story, the reader will understand how we come into this world and how God and experiences shape the kind of people we eventually become. Okay? So by narrating that story from the beginning, you will get to see that we all come from family, and there is a reason God made it that way. Jesus, Son of God, was born into family. So you'll understand how experiences, our gifts, our interests shape the kind of people we become. So that's the story bit. But also, still on the story, you will see that we have things we struggle with as human beings. I believe that in each of us there is a seed, there are two seeds, good and evil. What we become, the seed we see, the fruit we see in a person is a consequence of the seed that was nurtured most. So if you see more evil in a person, you can count on this. There is a seed of good in them, but that seed was subdued in favor of the evil one.
Okay.
Yes, so I have my problems, and honestly I'm scared that this book is coming out now. But hey, I would rather give it to you. I'm going to die anyway. So it is. I only feel for my family because it's going to make them look bad. I think about my dad and the things that I may have done. Come. Yes. This girl is going to learn about the evils her uncle has done. So it is scary, and I honestly don't like it, but I have no choice.
My name is Washington Severa Kagwa. I was given a challenge that suppose I have only 5 days to live, starting from Monday, yesterday, to Friday, the 1st of July, by 6 p.m. What will be the thing you focus on to to do and accomplish in the 5 days. I made up my mind to talk about the person of Christ and his centrality in human lives, how he can bring success to every failing life. Yesterday, I committed myself to write down the simple script and finish it. Today was my second day. I was supposed to find an animator and do an animation of that script. And then the next day, Wednesday, I'm supposed to merge the animated pictures and the wording, and then have a voicing over it, and then that will mark my third day. But today, you look around. Today, I've not been able to manage that, to achieve that. I've contacted several artists to do the animation for me. The price is quite high, in millions. Secondly, they are not readily available. So I'm still frustrated with the second day. I've not yet been able to accomplish that assignment, and I'm pushing on. Tomorrow, I must have at least someone to contract to animate.
I've just come back from speaking to the healthcare providers. I had to today, and unfortunately, they wouldn't let me record video or audio. So that is a big loss for me, because I wanted to capture what they were saying. We talked about the problems they have, the challenges, and what they would like to see change in the system. I also spoke to one of the patients, and she welcomed the idea of digitalization, of being able to access services from home, check her medical records from home, and then also to be able to have medicine delivered to her. So we talked about so many things, but the standout were patient information. These providers have a problem with patient information. They can't coordinate it. They can't track patient medical histories so they can better serve them. It's a big problem. Some of them don't even have computers, so you wonder how they keep records, if they do anyway. The other problem was expenses. I asked them why some patients prefer paying money from their pockets and others prefer medical aid or insurance. One of the reasons they gave was the lack of awareness. People don't know that insurance exists. It's mainly the rich people, the people who have been exposed to such services, that actually take them on. The everyday man doesn't know. So awareness is a problem. The other was sometimes when these people on medical aid or insurance go to a hospital or a clinic and the doctor prescribes something, sometimes they find that that drug they're recommending is actually not in the system. So the patients are forced to go buy it from somewhere else. They are actually forced to pay money, and yet they are not supposed to be paying money, which is the essence of insurance. So that alone discourages even those who have the money to pay for medical insurance. The last problem, and I can merge it with patient information, is IT, information technology, digitalization. Things are being done manually. There is no digitalization at all. There is no platform where patients can go online and do things and access services. Doctors, healthcare providers don't have that service as well. So today I've spoken to the providers. Tomorrow I want to go speak to the patients, to the community. I intend to go down there. There is a very good community that is worth talking to, and they represent, let's say, the lower class of citizens. So it's going to be interesting learning from these people what they think about the healthcare system, what can be improved, what would they want to access, what is value for their money. Yeah, so today I haven't been able to achieve everything that I set out to, especially book related. Right now, I am exceedingly tired, and yet I have a lot of work to do, but I'm going to say I'm going to manage it. I set out to speak to at least 5 healthcare providers. I've only managed to speak to 2. The other one, the third, what would have been the third, was busy. But I've spoken to a patient. I was supposed to get some work done on the book, but I haven't. I haven't since yesterday, and I'm beginning to get worried because I still have a lot of work to do on that. And then I was supposed to share with you in greater detail Sky Education and the vision. And I was also supposed to share with you in greater detail Sky Media. And I did, those 2 I did. Forgive me. Those 2 I did. And tomorrow I want to pick up from there. Tomorrow, the main objective tomorrow is speaking to patients and then finishing the biggest chunk of what I have left to do on this book. And then also, I mentioned that I want to meet the president, but today I had an interaction with someone in town that caused me to change what I actually have to do. And I believe it's better than meeting the president. So I will talk about that tomorrow. And then Thursday, that's the thing I want to do. So Sky Economy is covered, Sky Health is covered, Sky Education, book, Sky Media. I have to speak to at least 25 people tomorrow. I plan to do it together with speaking to people regarding the healthcare system. So I close today. I'm not really happy with what I've achieved, but I have done something that is going to help me even better tomorrow.